Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'm going to recreate this look that Sonam Kapoor wore for the Filmfare Glamour Awards. She had a classic red lip, subtle shimmery eyes and a black veil. This is a classic makeup look and not at all difficult to achieve. So let's get started. Starting off with the brows, I'm taking the Wet n Wild brow pencil in the shade deep brown and filling in the sparse areas, and then I'm going to elongate them at the end to make them look very similar to hers, and also doing some feather-like strokes at the front of the brows. Moving on to eyes, I'm using some concealer to create a blank canvas for the eyeshadows to go on. Then I'm gonna just blend it out with a brush. For eyeshadows, I'm going to take the brown sugar palette from Colourpop. First dipping into the shade Jamocha and applying this all over my crease and in the outer corners of my eye with a fluffy crease brush. You can be as messy as you would like with the shade, but the look will still turn out very good. Next, I'm going to take the shade Ginger and apply this all over the lid and stopping right where the matte shadow started. She had a very subtle shimmer on her eyes, so I'm just applying a light wash of this color. Then going in back with the shade Jamocha and blending everything out so there are no harsh edges. Now to deepen up the outer corners, I'm taking the shade Sorrel. First, I'm going to place this color in the outer corners, then blend it into the socket, mainly in the outer V's of my eye. Using my Wet n Wild black liner and lining my upper waterline. I'm not doing any crazy wing here, just adding some definition to the eyes. She was definitely wearing some falsies, so I'm going to use these Allure Natural Accents. Moving on to the base, I'm taking NYX Angel Well Blur Primer just on my T-zone. Then I'm going in with this Flower Beauty Setting Spray to add some hydration to my skin. Sonam had a beautiful glow to her face. To get that, I'm using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in the shade Y425, applying that using my beauty blender. Then for concealer, I'm going to be mixing 2 shades of the Age Rewind concealer. Closer to my under eyes, I'm using the shade Caramel, and on top, I'm applying the shade Light to brighten, as Sonam did have very bright under eyes. I'm also taking the shade above my jawline to get a more sculpted look and blending it all out using the same beauty blender. Taking this Wet n Wild contour duo and using the dark shade, applying it in the hollows of my cheeks, I'm going to pull the contour closer to my mouth than I normally would, just to get that chiseled face structure as Sonam's. I'm also going to blend that out on my jawline, just using the beauty blender to soften everything. Then I'm using the banana shade to set my concealer and also to add some more brightness underneath my eyes. Then to line my lower lash line, I'm taking this Joya black gel liner and first applying it in the outer V's, then I'm going to tight line and then smudging it out using a brush. I'm just doing the smudging part on the outer V's of my eyes. Then for blush, I'm taking my Essence Satin Touch blush. She did have a pretty noticeable blush, so I'm slowly building up the intensity and applying the blush from the apples of my cheeks and joining it up with my hairline. For highlight, I'm taking the Wet n Wild highlight in the shade Golden Flower Child and applying that to the high points of my face. Then finishing off the face with some Flower Beauty setting spray, but mainly concentrating this on the sides of my face rather than the T-zone to make my highlighter pop even more. For lips, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Seraphim. First, I'm lining my lips with this, then I'm gonna fill them in. Moving on to hair, I'm doing a side partition here, then brushing all the hair away from my face, gathering it all in the back. As you can see, I'm brushing the hair away from my face. I'm not going to lay it flat on my forehead. And then gathering all the hair in the back, tying it in a low bun. Then I'm going to secure it with an elastic. I'm taking some black eyeshadow here to fill up the bald spot that I have in the front so it doesn't look odd. Then adding these earrings that I found on Amazon, and they actually look very close enough to what she was wearing. It's time for the black veil. This one comes with a headband, so I'm just going to wear it how I would normally wear a headband. and at the same time adjusting it so the length of the veil stops right at my nose. Then I'm going to tuck the veil at the sides and secure it with some bobby pins so it doesn't flare around. And that completes the look. You can totally skip on the veil if you're not into it, but this is such a classic look with subtle shimmery eyes and a red lip. But I personally like the veil as it adds this nice unique touch to this whole look. Hope you guys enjoyed this recreation. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.